been talking all morning about grilling up the perfect fajita, and I'm excited because Aaron Eckberg from Go Pound Salt is really teaching us about the history of fajitas and salt and all the other things. I love it when you come on, and this is my favorite part because this is dessert, and I want you to explain to us how salt can be incorporated into desserts.
Almost every dessert that we would cook or bake has salt in it, so it's not an unusual component in that context. But using salts as finishing salts for desserts as you serve them is a bit unusual unless you go to some of the white linen restaurants around town or throughout the country. So we've actually put one together today that is bourbon macerated white peaches. So we've used wild turkey rare breed. We've used some absolutely beautiful in-season organic white peaches.
Beautiful peaches, and they're juicy and big.
So we halved them, pitted them, cleaned them. We actually sliced them into smaller pieces so that they would grill more quickly.
Okay.
And that allows the alcohol.
How long should they stay on the grill?
Until they get nice and caramelized. We actually salted the peaches before we put them into the bourbon to macerate overnight to kind of draw some of the moisture out, because then between the alcohol and the salt drawing the moisture and the sugars out of the fruit, it helps it to caramelize more beautifully on the grill and accentuate the sweetness.
Okay, so you said you salted the peaches. Now you can't just say that, Aaron. You have 17 salts. So which one did you use?
We use the Bolivian rose because it's a beautiful salt for watermelon, cantaloupe, fruits that you would grill, because it's a very light, crisp, clean salt. If we have it with us, it would be down here in the pile of salts.
And what's it called again?
Bolivian rose. It's one of the few mined salts that we carry. Almost all of the others are solar evaporative salts crafted in the salt pans on the shores where the ocean water comes in. But the Bolivian rose is actually one of the few mined salts. It's pink. It's very similar to the Himalayan pink sea salt.
Right. I mean, look at this crate. This is a crate of salt. And I love that you know everything about every one of them, which is so divine about being able to put salt into your recipes, because you can bring a blend in or a taste that you can, you know, just like when you let me taste that fajita, I tasted that smoky goodness. So I just love it. And tell folks how they can get their hands on some of these.
GoPoundSalt.com, GOLBSALT.com. We have a store, we have a blog. You can sign up for the classes as well. We're going to finish your dessert here with a little bit of fumet de sel, which is a fleur de sel. It's a top growth sea salt that's cold smoked over aged French Chardonnay barrels. It's actually going to accentuate not only the sweetness, but the savoriness, even some of the nutty notes in those caramelized peaches from the caramelization of the sugars.
How long did you put the bourbon? You said overnight?
Overnight, for about 8 hours.
Okay.
You can do it for as little as 2 to 4. But you can taste that little bit of saltiness. If you were to try it without the salt, you would see the huge difference, because the salt even adds a depth of richness to the creaminess of the ice cream.
And it kind of, you know, it hits up against the kind of the sweet of the peaches and then the ice cream. That is so good.
It's phenomenal.
I just love it. I love it. I love it. And you are teaching classes, so we can learn a little bit about, and tell us a little how we can sign up for those classes.
Blog.gopoundsalt.com/classes. Has a complete page that describes each of the classes, price for each class, and then there's a link that takes you directly out to our Eventbrite page for each of those classes so that you can sign up there.
And you've been so kind to put all of these recipes on sonoranliving.com. We love it when you come on. You just really give us a good history lesson in salt. So if you're afraid of salt, if sodium is not a part of your diet, go online, check this out. It might be something you can incorporate back into your lifestyle.
Thank you.